This tank right here is the ugliest tank I own. As you can see, the leaves have all broken down, there are no fish or plants, and the brown stuff is just the decomposed dead leaves that I put in there to make it look more like an Amazon tank, which I completely failed at. Firstly, I drained most of the water, and then got rid of all the hardscape. But I didn't siphon out all the poop and leaf matter because I'm going to try and put sand over the top to lock in the nutrients. You don't have to do this at all, I'm just experimenting to see if this works. I'm doing a very thick layer of sand so that the roots have a lot of room, and I also maybe want to be getting some sort of burrowing fish. I also tried to make sort of like a slope in the tank to experiment and see if it looks good or not. For the hardscape, I'm scattering little stones around the tank and also around some bigger rocks to make it look sort of like what happens in the wild. Here I'm just putting in a piece of driftwood that I boiled so hopefully it would not float. These are just a few of the plants I'm adding, but I definitely will add more than this. Fun fact, before I added all the plants, I went up to feed my snake. He launched like half of his body out of the cage at me with his mouth wide open, and he's almost like 2 meters long, so it was kind of scary, but he's usually a very peaceful snake, so this was really weird. So here's the tank after I have most of the plants in it, and I think it's looking really good. The only problem when I started to fill it was the wood rose with the water. So my solution was tying a rock to each end with a bit of string, and it actually worked. As you can see, there are some stem plants behind it that will grow over and hide the rock attached to it. And this is the thing with aquascaping, without 100 plants, it takes a while for it to look perfect. I did decide to add some guppies to help keep the tank healthy, but they won't be staying there for long because I'm giving most of them to my siblings. And they were settled in straight away. So I left the tank on overnight to hopefully get the plants to straighten up. And the next day, the tank looks beautiful. The water is so clear and the fish are hopefully going to provide nutrients for the plants until I get some cooler fish. This tank definitely looks so much better than it did before, and as the plants grow, it will look even cooler. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. I am so close to 100 subscribers, so it'd be awesome if you could, and I'll see you guys in the next one.